Jesus freak here. Those who rely on the critical text and translations made from it have made a critical error. They assume that if something wasn't in Sinaiticus and Vaticanus, that it must not have been original. Now, at the end of Mark, as I understand, both of these Gospels have a gap, showing that even if they didn't have the text in them, they were aware that there was something there. The fallacy that some of these scholars make is that they figure, if Mark might have had to abort his work after Mark 16:8, it doesn't mean that someone else couldn't have written an epilogue and tacked it on. And it could still be Theopneustos. It could still be inspired scripture. And this is their big fail. You see, I do believe that it was written separately, but I don't believe that it was not part of Mark in its final form. It's a synopsis. Pretty much everything it declares is corroborated elsewhere in Scripture. Now, some people are going to say, oh, verse 18 talks about some really dangerous stuff. I've mentioned this problem before. A lot of wacky hick Pentecostal types, snake handlers and strychnine drinkers, use verse 18. Here's the problem. They use that verse taken out of its context and without the context of Matthew 4, 5 through 7. So, they're basically putting God to the test. And he says, you know what? If you're going to try to prove my existence, I'm going to poof out of here. Anything you're going to find problematic in this part of Mark, you're not understanding. And if you think that not being written by the original author doesn't mean it qualifies to be part of the original work, stuff like posthumous epilogues are nothing new. It could well be that that's what this is. Or maybe we know that Mark was acting as an amanuensis to Peter when he wrote the Gospel of Mark. maybe that's as far as Peter was able to get, and Mark had to pull together something else to finish things up. Whatever the answer, Mark 16:9 through 20 is part of Scripture. Full stop. Jesus freak out.